messing around with this female. I had met her at this establishment in Scottsdale, and her and I, we hit it off, and it was a while before we had done anything. One night she comes to the house, and we have a good time, and we lay down together, right?
Gosh.
Good Lord. There
We
you go. There was a signal. Stamp it.
Yeah, we lay down together, and I wake up in like a panic, and now I'm like itching, profusely. I'm itching, and I can't stop itching. Mind you, this whole time she's in my bed sleeping peacefully, but I'm up and I'm just itching. There's nothing on me, but I'm itching. To the point where I had to get up and go sleep in the living room. But I'm still itching. The sun comes up the next day. She leaves. I stop itching instantly. Right-handed guy, I stopped itching as soon as she walked out my door. I stopped itching. That was the last day I ever spoke to that female. Ever. So you tell me.
It was like you taking on all of her.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever she was
had
holding
on
in.
her, yep, whatever she was holding fell on me.
So it's kind of like, what did Christ do when somebody was filled with all the demons? And they said, what are you going to do?
Yeah. So
And he threw him into a pig, and all the pigs ran off the cliff and died by throwing themselves off the cliff. But so if somebody's so full of sin and then they get with you or do something with you, you take on some of those sins in a way.
I took it all on. Whatever she had on her, I took it on. And just the repercussions of that was just me itching, and that's all that it was. So I guess in the sense that I was able to hold all that, whatever it was that she was going through, I was able to hold all that to the point where, like I say, she was sleeping peacefully.
She unleashed hers,
right?
And gave it to you,
and I'm up all night, bro, itching.
Yeah.
She leaves out my door. I'm not itching no more, bro. I'm just saying.
It's interesting. Yeah. I think we okay. So like, I'll go with that because I think all of us get into a situation where we're around people, and you're at a party or you're vibing, and next thing you know, you have one person that can come fuck it up, completely, and I call it emotional vampires. Like they like feed off of other people's energy by making them feel shitty to make them feel better. Yeah. And like you can see how they smile and they get off on watching what they're telling you, and you see your smile go into like this just
the energy vampires, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is a such thing. Absolutely.
And I won't allow them in my life. Like if I sense it at all, I'll move it on. Like I don't want no part of it.
Yeah, I gotta remove myself from that situation. Absolutely. There is a thing as emotional and energetic vampires. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
And a lot of people can't identify that or put a name to it, but you have people that will come around you and your mood can instantly change.
Yeah.
Whether it be good for the good or for the bad. There are people that are like that they'll come into your life and they'll add sunshine. And then there are people that come to your
rain
and bring straight rain.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, man, what the hell happened?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that is that. So that's why I'm a spiritual person. And that's why I say, back to the original opening, I don't need some man or woman to tell me how to move throughout this thing we call life. I don't need that.
Right.
I know right from wrong. I have a moral compass, and I let that moral compass lead me down the path of righteousness.
Yeah.
Or at least I try to.
Yeah. I'm so much more convinced that we're in a simulation than ever before. And what I mean by this is like anybody that's religious. I'm religious myself. I believe in God. God is still a simulation, because if you read what he says in the Bible, I created the heavens and earth. I created everything. It's the same as the Big Bang. Everything created from nothing. There is still a miracle that happens, whether you are believing in God or believe in the Bible or believe in science. It all still has a miracle that starts in the beginning. I don't give a fuck what you believe. It's still a miracle one way or the other. So we're all like, no matter what your truth is, it all starts from a miracle, because we don't know shit. So let's go off of the fact that everything created from nothing. Well, if that's the case, you're in a simulation.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And what it says is all your deeds are recorded and all your actions are seen. What does that tell you? Like, if you're in a digital world, everything we do has been recorded and will be seen by everybody, and we will all see. Like, when we all die and we all go to the next level, you'll know everything about me, I'll know everything about you. We will be able to see everyone's interactions and everyone's thoughts. How is that possible unless it's all digitally recorded?
Damn.
I mean, think about it. Like, how else is that? Like, that just explains today's. We couldn't think about that at 2000 BC, but you look at it today with our technology, you can do it today.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You can have a full population and have them all convinced that God sees everything you ever do, because everything you ever do is recorded.
Yeah, it's recorded now. Yeah.
Right, but now think about all this in a, like, have you ever seen some of these shows?
I mean, the way you're trying to describe it, yeah, I can see that, how we would be in a simulation, so to speak, because everything that we do is being recorded. Yeah, I can see that.
It's a lesson. We're
Yeah.
here to learn.
Yeah, I can
Right?
see that.
And then when we go to the next level, if we get to the next level, some souls just, they're not getting there. Like, some souls are like pass or fail. Some souls just don't pass, and they just go, fail.
But if we're all energy, so to speak, then everything crosses over.
Yeah, but where's that energy go? Was it gonna? Like,
We don't know, because we never. I don't know anybody that's came back to tell me this is where you go.
I've had a few.
You had a few
Yeah, I've had a few. I've talked to in person, actually.
that's told you from this point where we are, there's somewhere else
Two.
after here.
Two people I've talked to
that
that have
have
had,
come back.
that died and come back. I've had two people I've talked to.
Are they still living?
Yeah, and you're gonna notice that, like, they live a different life than they ever lived before.
So what if they tell you they win?
Yeah.
This is good, bro. I want to hear this. Where did they go?
No, one of them told me it was he went to hell, and he came back, and he just changed his whole life. Like, it was something he said that, like, the screams, the horror, the pain, everything he felt was just death, and just the worst feeling you could ever feel. And then he cried out and he prayed, and he said that, you know, he had this light come down and took him out, and he just felt this pure love, nothing but pure love. And once he got there, he said, the one thing that confused me though is because he said that, like, you think of God as one being. He goes, I didn't see one God. I saw multiple gods, which confused me. But he said that when he prayed out, though, and he got that light, he felt nothing but love and peace. And all of a sudden, he just flashed right back into where he was and felt nothing but pain again because he was hurting. But I had a little bit of hard time understanding what he's saying because I never understood the theory of, I don't know if he looked at angels as multiple gods or if he really believed there was multiple gods. But I think maybe, who knows? I'm not trying to say what his thoughts were, but he felt there's multiple beings in the light that guide us. So in my mind, that could be angels. But this is the story I heard from him and what he told me. He had a heart attack and they had to repair his heart.
Okay.
And he said he was dead and he came back.
And then while he was gone,
Yes, he had the experience.
So he said he experienced him going to hell.
To hell. Yeah.
And then going to heaven.
Yeah.
And then coming back to earth.
Yeah, he said he prayed out for forgiveness, and he said that he was sorry for everything he did. And
While in hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh man.
Yeah. That's what this is. The story. I'm
So
I'm not trying to say this is my story. I'm not trying to say anything else. This is the story I heard from this person.
So now my question for you is, how is this person living out their life now?
That person seemed to be energetic, happy, like open, willing to tell me the story right away. I feel like this person.
Are they on the straight and narrow? Like,
oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah, no.
Does he drink? Does he smoke? Does he give? Does he love? Like, what type of person is he?
I don't know anything else about this person other than what I met with him in the gym, and he just seems to be like.
I mean, that's my
no
question.
pride, no. He didn't seem to have anything other than just wanted to talk and be open, which is something different because I've got a little issues with pride myself. Like, I got a little. I want to work out. I want to be as the best shape as I can be. Like, I got my things that I want to do.
Right.
He didn't seem to have any of that. Like, he just wanted to like talk about love, and the feeling I got was there's more than what we experience here. Is all I got from him.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to validate his story. I'm just telling you what he said.
Yeah. Okay.
And
not because now my question is like, what type of person was he before his experience?
Yeah, no, he said he wasn't a good place.
Good person?
No, he said he wasn't a good place before.
No, he wasn't in a good place, or was he a good person?
No,
because you're saying two different things. Now I want to know what type of person was he? Was he a good person or was he a bad person? Not I don't care what place he was. What type of person was he?
What I remember him saying was selfish.
Okay.
Selfish.
Okay.
That's what I remember. I remember selfish.
Okay.
And I feel like that's the main thing I can remember. I don't want to I don't want to make up anything. I don't want to ruin what this person tried to tell me. I'm going to go off of what I remember and what it is that I felt from that whole situation. Because I feel like when someone tells you a story, the main important thing is also what you feel in that conversation.
Yeah.
Because that's like, if we really are here to learn together and grow together and our stories and our intertwined together, it's for your soul. And the most important part is
so nasty.
growing.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I can learn from you, you can learn from me, and we can get so much more just by experiencing life together. So like I said before, like if we're all here to experience an assimilation and grow, what would be the best thing you could do if you were all creator? You would send out trillions of instances, and all of those instances have a life and grow and learn lessons, and you can take all that information into one and make what is good, what's bad, and make it better.
Right.
So if we can all start to learn to do that here and help each other here, it's going to make it better for all of us and learn faster. How's your mic doing?
Amazing of her.
Her mic fell off the table.
Clean off the table. Almost knocked everything over.
I wasn't even around.
All right, so we discussed that whole thing about religion and everything, but it's like religion is a touchy subject.
Is it really?
Yeah, a little bit.
It shouldn't be. Here's why. This is just my opinion. If you believe in something, you shouldn't get mad if somebody questions something that you believe in. Because if you're wholeheartedly representing that, then I should be able to come to you and ask you questions and you not reject
Yes,
my questions.
exactly.
Because I'm seeking to understand and not necessarily
You're seeking truth.
right? Right.
Yeah.
And not tear down what you believe in. I'm just trying to find out why it is you feel the way you feel about this religion. That's it. Most people will shut you down and be like, you're a heathen, this, that, and the third. How dare you question God? I'm not questioning, right? I'm just trying to seek understanding.
Because that person doesn't believe themselves enough in what they're in, they attack you because now you put a little bit of doubt in their mind, so they get angry.
Or it's just how everybody always thinks people are just out for the worst.
Yeah.
They're never just being honestly questioning what they want to find out. They just want to know what other people believe and why.
Yeah.
But everybody always thinks the worst in everybody.
So if you're a Christian and your first reaction to me when I come to you with questions is to like belittle me, like
Which
what's
is
that?
not Christian.
That's not
Yeah,
a Christian.
that's not Christian
That's not a
right,
Christian
bro.
at all. It's not Christ-like at all.
So that's why I have a problem with religion, and that's why I say I'm spiritual, because me being spiritual, I'm open to dialect. We can discuss things. Let's talk about it.
Don't
Let's
you?
show why I feel the way I feel.
Don't you feel like that's the same as science today, though?
No.
No. All right. So let's go after. Let's talk about like quantum physics, right? What is so different about quantum physics than the Bible? We have no proof of it. It's all theories.
We only have the proof that they say that's written by another human being,
Right. Same as the Bible.
which has several different versions.
Okay.
So it's like, what version am I to believe?
Right. Well, we have no physical proof of quantum physics. Do we not?
No.
So it's the same as faith.
Okay.
And one and one.
Lead me down.
Both.
Lead me down this path. Lead me down
Okay.
this path.
Okay. One and one both prove each other right. Is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
So if science is really going to go down this whole theory that one thing could be somewhere and still be in another place and both react the same way, right?
Mhm.
that explains God. In my mind, it's the same thing. Because only if there is an all-knowing thing, an all-being, can two things operate trillions of miles away. And you tickle one and the other reacts. Like, they're just everything we understand about physics and everything we understand about like our simple thinking is that shouldn't happen.
But then some people, well, think of it in a different way than God.
How?
It's their belief.
Right, but it's still a belief in a higher power. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, and a higher power than us.
What else is
Whatever that
I don't
higher
care
power
what you
is.
call it. I don't care what you
Yeah.
call it.
It's a higher power.
It's a higher
exactly.
power. It's an all-knowing being.
Yeah.
It's something that's above us that
Yes.
we can't acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And we don't have the understanding of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So ancient man wrote down words 4,000 years ago, right? And then you go to the Sumerians 6,000 years ago, and then before that was verbal for 5,000 years. So we're talking 11,000 years ago. Man had the knowledge. Like if you-
Biblioteca.
Biblioteca, yeah. They had all of this. So now we go down to the Sumerians talked about the beings that came from the heavens and taught man. Those from the heavens that came to earth is what the Anunnaki is, right? So they came down to earth, angels, and what I understand from the Bible and all the other stuff, I think they were angels and demons, because then that also talked about and the story of Enoch. So it was the beings, the watchers, came down and they mated with women, and then they created the men of renown, the Nephilim. So now you have these beings that these angels, or the ones who mated with the women of earth and created these monsters, or these people of renown.
Mhm.
And God destroyed the earth because he said that was unjust and not a natural thing to happen. And what happened at 11,000 years ago was the Younger Dryas impact theory. Right?
Mhm.
You know about this?
Carry
So
on.
we're talking about 11,000 years ago. They don't know if it was comet, they don't know if it was the Earth. All they know is that the ice over North America and everything over, not just North America, everything of the northern hemisphere melted within maybe months and just flooded the Earth and changed the entire composition of what we think of the modern Earth is today.
Mhm.
So I think some of these stories that we hear are not myths or stories. Sometimes it's just things that were told down and then finally written into books. And
So what you're saying is, at that particular time, they gave information from the understanding that they would have at that time,
yeah,
because they didn't necessarily have the words to put to what they saw.
right.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go with that.
I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything, but like it just makes sense to me that
No, because that would make sense based on certain graphic scriptures in the book, like how they were like the fiery chariots and all that.
oh
stuff,
yeah, UFO.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was how they could explain it based on
Wheels upon wheels turning and spinning and then carry off in the sky.
right. That was the word. That was the only way that they could best describe what they saw.
Right.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Because so if you don't necessarily have the knowledge or the intellect to describe something, you describe it the best way you know how with the understanding of.
Ask your great 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 grandma from 1500s to describe the internet. Not a chance. They're going to describe a screen that had images and pictures and stuff like that look like witchcraft. They're not going to have a clue. Technology is just like,
Well, you notice like the images that they even come up with. Some of the stuff is like, what are those things supposed to even be?
Yeah.
Those creatures, which they were real animals living then. They were real things, but they look like.
Yeah, to them they look like aliens. So then they described them the best way they knew how.
the demons, the reptilians.
Yeah, whatever animal back that you want to call it, they described those things the best way that they knew how.
Yeah.
What the information or the knowledge that they had. So that's why, to us now, reading the Bible is like, what? What is it? It seems like that they encountered something other than what they actually encountered, because the way it was described was based on the knowledge of that time that they had.
Right. But the further we get into technology, the more it proves the Bible